Meraki.tv.
You doing that?
I'm doing that. Good afternoon and welcome to the Australian Mixed Ultimate Finals for 2017. We have Melbourne Meraki versus Funskee out of New South Wales. I'm joined by Chris Stevens. G'day, Boo Boo. How are you going?
Good, thanks, Moz. I'm doing wonderfully well on a windy day in Hobart. How are you?
I'm well. You've called out the elephant in the room being the wind.
Let's get it out of the way quickly.
For those just joining in for the final, can you give us an insight into what the conditions have been like?
Well, I looked at my trusted source, the Bureau of Meteorology, and we have had 60 km/h plus winds since about 11 o'clock today. So these teams have already played one game in this sort of condition, so hopefully that was enough to get up to some sort of decent skill level for the final.
Excellent. Well, I can't speak for Funskee because we didn't watch that game streamed. We did watch the Meraki game streamed, and they used all their players and were a lot smarter in terms of bouncing it over. Now, people don't have a shot of the field yet, but basically we'll point out it's a right-to-left breeze, and it's shooting towards the back cone, so it's a diagonal kind of breeze, and Meraki were just a lot better at bringing it to the far side. Funskee, who they played, Funskee's other team, didn't do that at all, kept jamming it down the sideline and got done by quite a few points. We're taking a look there. You can see it down towards that back cone is exactly where the breeze is going. So it's coming from over your camera. We're going to take a quick look at the team sheets. As I mentioned, Melbourne Meraki using a lot of their players. They do have Tom Rigaki, who's been around forever and a day, but also a lot of younger players, some newer faces on the team. James Osmond, Mikey Truong, Jasper Pentland, and Tom Della. Same deal on the women's side. Some really old, no one's going to call them old. Experience, yeah.
Yes.
People in Drew Birchall, Kath Matthews, but then some fresher faces with Ayumi Santo, Sabrina Morrow, Laura Cortez, obviously being an import.
And let's not forget Kerry Justice as one of those experienced
Absolutely. And for Funskee, they've got a similar kind of shape experience in the top end with, albeit younger, newer to the scene, Mark Evans, Rob Andrews, Alex Letamatos, all representing at various levels for Australia. But in full transparency, the women perhaps not as well known. Kristen Mortimer in there. But we are, as we said, we haven't had a chance to see Funskee yet. Funskee, the Funskee team, not going to World Clubs, is my understanding. So
yes, that's right, yes.
These guys, they don't have anything past today. Funskee themselves got knocked out in the semi, managed to pinch the bronze. Reasonably convincingly over VLS, but their journey isn't done yet. They're building up for World Clubs, whereas Funskee, this is the one that they came to win. So any thoughts from you, Boo Boo, before we start seeing the first point of the game?
Look, I think you said it in the lead-up, Moz. You don't want to get caught on that far sideline at all in sort of any situation. You need to be a pretty good thrower to get it off there, so they'll be playing down this close sideline. Certainly both teams will be trying to do that. I guess defense job is to force them to do the opposite, right?
That's the idea of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Felt a bit like Mark Taylor then.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Right. I'm learning.
Tip for the game as we watch Mark Evans pull a roller towards the far sideline.
Deeper roster, Meraki.
Lovely. All right. Carlos Casablancos gets it to Mikey Truong in the axis position, throws a worm burner to Justice. And we're going to start with a down call nice and early. Casablancos with a reasonable view, thought it was up.
Grass is a bit long on day 3.
Now you sound a lot Mark Taylor. We're going to have a look on the replay. We haven't seen one.
Nothing yet. Oh, that's it.
It's been withdrawn. They did think it was down. So second throw of the game is a turn. Early chance for Funskee, in the wind.
Oh, I'm going to make that mistake myself, Muzzler.
Yep. All right, so Evans fakes the backhand, gives the give go, but Rob Andrew didn't want anything to do with it. He now comes behind, gets in front. Rob Andrew now with the big give go, and Rob goes in, gets the goal. There's a little bit of attention from Carlos, but just as you like, the first break of the game goes to Funskee. It's an upwinder. No cause for alarm bells yet from Meraki, but they wouldn't want to concede too many more.
Perhaps a bit of first pass nerves there by Mikey Truong. Yeah. I have to say, it doesn't matter how deep the roster is. If you only use 2 people, then
that's right.
It's not important, is it?
Well, we did make that call that there were some recognisable faces, and albeit we are.
Yep.
Let's be transparent. People were more prevalent, I think is the word, on the men's scene. But
yes,
we did notice that there were some really strong men, and obviously Evans and Andrew is using that connection. So as we watch here, the up, down. Yeah, that caught ground. That went the whole way across on the ground. I think the right outcome there.
Yeah, good call.
We are operating in a bit of a makeshift commentary bunker thanks to the wind has relieved us of a couple of monitor stands. So, Mike, if you'd be so good just to call out if you are doing a replay, that'd be fantastic because we've got a flat screen. And by flat screen, I mean it's lying flat.
Yeah, with the sun directly on it.
Sorry, Mike? All right, and Mike's going to try not to blow away as we see another vicious roller go straight to the back. Boo, were they allowed to put, I know back in the day, whenever the rollers were kind of put out the back, the other teams would sometimes sit someone from their sideline out as like a sweeper to stop the roller. Are you still allowed to do that?
Probably. It's probably unnecessary nowadays because there's a couple of corner discs, I imagine, which you can see Steve Baker putting some down there now, just to make sure.
Steve's put 2 down there. I reckon he needs to probably quadruple that.
At least a few more. But that's good. That'll speed up the game, and that's what we want to see.
So it looks like a horizontal look from
They've got like an arrowhead,
Meraki,
have they?
Yeah.
3-3-1.
Evans.
Oh no, playing 1-on-1. You're right. Sorry.
Oh, and Sakra. That is ambitious at best.
Yes.
Probably not the start Meraki wanted. In fact, the opposite of the start Meraki wanted, you'd imagine.
You would think so. However, I guess you've got to take risk against in this sort of upwind. I was going to say a breeze, but it's not a breeze.
It's a gale.
Yeah, upwind gale. But yeah, perhaps you should try and complete a few passes first.
Yeah, get all the players with some hands on the disc.
That's right.
So, Evans and Gak, that'll be a matchup we'll watch. Evans goes to flick, fakes it, then throws, tries to sit under, but Funskee doing the same as their frisky counterparts in the semi, and just cramming it in the cram hole.
Pretty tough throw, that one. Wind's going to be pushing that disc down.
Oh, you don't know Mark Evans then, mate. He's got that throw day in, day out. We're going to see that all day.
Yeah, certainly he's going to attempt many of them.
Now, Gak says, this is how you do it, Jules. He throws a sidearm. And we've seen
not much different, really.
Not many good throws. You've got to be fair to say. The conditions are really challenging. Lado, cool ahead. He puts it in front. Ruiz.
There you go.
And then she goes to Rob Andrew. Still can't be said they're using the width of the field, but Funskee jump out first.
Yep. 2 short throws to score. That's what they would have hoped for.
Yes, Ladamartos. The more Ladamartos can pick up that first disc, you'd imagine the better.
Especially when he's only 15 metres out.
Yep.
I'm not sure what what it looks like on screen, but it is really windy. Just for our audience, just to reiterate that, it's yeah, that's why those throws. They didn't even make halfway. The 2 throws that Meraki attempted.
No, and Jules. To be fair, I haven't seen Jules throw too much, but I've seen Tom throw a lot, and that bloke can throw.
He can,
and that was a stinker.
That's right.
So. Yeah. Challenging conditions for all throwers.
The any upwind point is going to be very valuable, and Funskee got one
so
first
far,
go, right?
Yeah, they've had one.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do, Boo Boo, if you were Funskee? Coming out on D?
I'm a fan of transition zone of some sort. You really want to, because surely Meraki's ideal now is to get up the other end, right? You're going to start playing position at some time, and now's as good a time as any to start. Yeah, so they want to try and stop that and get some fast play afterwards.
And Carlos stopping the disc does well, throws to Tom. Tom and Aussie's going, so this is a set play. Here we go. Aussie and Rob Andrew. Rob Andrew in front, but Aussie's going to try and get behind him. Rob Andrew held his position, did well. Aussie a bit dark on himself. You can tell that he gave away position early and was always going to try and reach around Rob. So as we look again on the replay, yeah, Rob just doing enough to keep it in front.
Very good body position.
So the junk now looks, so it was clearly a huck and zone. They're a little bit out of shape. And now Mark Evans goes.
Rips it.
And it's Tom and Rob Andrew. The old dog's still got it, and he's probably going to come straight back. He's pointing. Instead hits Junks. Junks a nice gain into Aussie. So when Tom pointed, all of Funskee went, yeah, better get back here. And it's opened up all the unders. There are even more unders on offer. No one's gone near James Osmond. Junker, he fakes the backhand. Now someone's marked up on Aussie. Carlos, he goes long. Laura, open cut, not honoured. Aussie's cut, but Aussie stopped, and Rob kept running. And now Mark Evans once again will send it. And we're going to keep a count. I don't like doing this. I don't want to needle any one player, but if you are going to do it, you're going to do it at Mark Evans, and he's on 2, I think.
Yeah.
We'll give him benefit of the doubt. We'll go 2. I'm going to keep a little count.
I feel like they've decided that's a tactic they want to use, though, Moz, so he won't mind at all.
I know he won't mind, and I won't mind keeping track of him.
Excellent. So before that point, I think Meraki had 6 throws for 4 turnovers, and then they just completed 6 in a row. So
yes, very good,
there you go.
And here's another one. So this time to the girls. Kerry Justice,
Great.
great cut, great
Yes.
read, great grab. She's done well. She's in the bad corner. Junker gets pushed. No call. She's looking push passes, Kerry.
Good catch.
Goes to Carlos. They're out of shape. They've got 4 players behind the disc. They need to get in front of the disc. Carlos holding.
Oh.
And Jack's a sidearm, and that's just a shocking option. All of Meraki needs to have a look at themselves after that point. I know Carlos threw something that wasn't great, but they had 4 players sitting behind the disc. Tom didn't go near it. Probably playing back a bit as a safety, I understand, but
Made no effort to get across to this side of the field, Moz. That's what they needed to do.
everyone just looking for the quick goal.
Mhm.
Kerry Justice at one point had it in push pass position. Her
That's
grip
right.
was push pass.
Yes.
And that would be brave at best. So we're
Yes.
going to have a look at the replay. That's it, Kerry, great cut, great grab, great read. It was coming in with heat. And then Carlos, you can see players just jogging around the back. He's not got a lot left.
Very tough throw.
Saw what he was intending, but just didn't work. So 1-3-2-1 look.
There you go.
And Rob this time goes with the big put. And Braden Cheng's going to have a crack over Gak, and I reckon he might get it. He does. Cheng goes down, Gak trips up, and Gak is sore. Gak had a bung ankle earlier in the tournament, and I reckon he's been hurt. He clipped himself on Cheng. There's no call. Gak was trailing. But Gak has his head down, and he is sore.
Looks a bit ginger.
Rocking a questionable headband as well. That can't be helping him. Some kind of...
So Funskee then, Moz, they first pass lateral across the field to this high sideline. Gives them a much easier huck.
gives it all
And they've got a
space
target to go
into.
to as well.
Braden Cheng, ex-under 23, very quick. I think he's still a 23, actually. And Tom down, Ginger grabs the ankle. Tom, not one you usually see take a dive or fall or stay down.
No.
Mark Evans remains on 2 turns. See, the reason I want to count him, Boo Boo, is because people are going to forget this wind, right? But they'll remember the amount of turns Mark Evans has.
Right.
And if they
This
do
is for
forget,
Mark. This is for Mark, you're telling me.
yeah, yeah. And if
Very,
if they don't,
very noble of him.
if they do happen to forget, I'll be sure to remind them. Sharky. All right, so more importantly, the score is 3-zip.
Well, that happened quickly.
They haven't scored, no.
No,
that's
that's
2
right.
upwinders. So Meraki in a little bit of strife already. You know when I said there was no cause for alarm? Yeah, I think there's probably
Starting to
a
happen.
little bit of cause for alarm now.
2 upwind breaks.
2 upwind breaks, and one of your core players, we'll call him,
He's on the sideline at the
off
moment.
on the sideline with a sore ankle.
Don't know how the upwind's going to go without him on the field.
They will not enjoy life. And that's
Ooh.
a brick. Nice break here for Funskee. You can't allow a brick on the when they're coming upwind. It's just such valuable field position. And as just as much, like psychologically, team gets a set up. Okay, this is okay. We're not in the back corner of the end zone.
That's right. They'll feel more confident. Meraki already.
Here we go. Mark Junker, straight up force by the looks of things, but that's not going to stop him. He's going to put it straight away. Tom Della's in the vicinity, but really nice work from the Funskee D. Little bit of a smile. It wasn't necessarily intentional. It was Kristen Mortimer with the D. And now looking for a quick one. Laddo instead opts for the open throw underneath. That's to Xavier Black. Xavier hits Kirsten. Mortimer holds. Jules back on. Ricochets off the player's hands. And now Jules Sucker is on. He goes and throws a flick. And once again, it's a blade. And Mikey Tron can't get back in enough time. So the throws all coming out at pretty intense angles, Boo Boo.
Yeah, look, no one's throwing a particularly flat upwind, are they? And it'll be pretty tough to catch if you keep throwing blades in that direction.
Are there any lefties on their team? No.
Junker's a lefty. And his
yeah.
first throw was actually not too bad, just
That
a
was
bit
pretty
short,
good.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
Something to be said for Laddo then as well. He could have just blazed away, but he did the big
Agreed.
fake and all the defence streamed long again, and he got a couple of mid-range passes through the middle.
agreed. So, Mark the Shark, Mark Evans coming in. Jules goes straight into the lane, but not before the huck went off, and it was Evans to Ladder Martos. So,
It's another one for your spreadsheet, Moz.
yes, lovely, thank you. Keeping us across it. And is there some kind of call?
I don't know, Laddo's just throwing the disc.
Oh,
away.
I think he's cleated disc, so.
Oh.
All right. Can we bring it back in? Not sure what the offense is doing here, but it's not pretty.
There it goes.
And Junker knows it. Oh, and Tom Della keeps the disc alive. Probably not meant for him, but he's managed to do well. He gets blocked. Mark Evans, read where he wanted to throw it. Meraki going to have to be good here. Evans goes around outside with the backhand. Black looks inside, nice inside out, but kept it low enough that it wasn't a turn. It was caught by Ruiz. Apologies in advance if we butcher your name, but if you haven't given it to us phonetically on the team sheet, we're no chance. Looking at the replay, yeah, Tom went with the open stance backhand, and that was enough for Mark to get a juke in. And Ruiz with the goal, Black throwing it.
Very nice break backhand by Evans as well. No pivot, just uses his core to get around. Made for an easy goal to Black. 4-0, Moz.
4-0. Got problems. But in good news, Ragaki's taken the field. I believe he's on.
Did you change his headband? Did you ever white one on before?
No, the headband's still there. No, I don't forget that. He's got the black headband with the white hair, the blondish hair. It's a different kind of headband. It's like one of those, you know, when all those rich people go to the up for snow season?
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those. It's like I've still got beautiful hair done by the hairdresser, but I need to protect my head and my ears.
It's also used by people who are partially balding, Moz, just to protect that.
Yeah,
that
right.
Don't get sunburnt, yeah.
LeBron James style wears the high headband.
That's right, yeah, that's right.
We'll try and grab Tom and see if the Oceans are receding at all. And Rob this time with a pull. That one is risking going out. It is out. So you'd say it's hard to criticise a team that's 4-0 up.
Put Tom up as a one-on-one receiver there, Moz.
Where is he? He's there. So you reckon they're just going to skyball this one?
I imagine they will just be throwing it.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing it. No. Yumi.
That.
Justice across. No,
faked everybody out, I reckon.
Yeah, it was very good, including us. Now, Kath Matthews, big gainer. Unreal. Deep. Sorry, on the under. Now Tom comes under, grabs it. Looking a bit ginger. Looks at the flick. Jasper goes inside, but that's never on. He threw that far too late. And someone's going. It's Laddo that's going.
Yeah.
Way too slow. It's not Laddo, sorry. Laddo's with the disc. And
so Mark Wee that is, and he's got it.
He did, yeah. He went the long way around. Put in the Ks. Rob Andrew. Got Braden Cheng out on a wing on his own. So Braden Cheng, bottom of screen. A few pieces of feedback coming through from the Meraki bench. Apologies if you heard that. Rob Andrew, still a lot going on deep. Tom, I know it's Tom Rigaki, but he's got a lot to deal with. And there's nothing by way of a wing. So if you look at Jasper Pentland, he's coming right up. It's actually between Jasper and Kerry Justice. There is no wing. They're both playing really tight on the handlers. Rob now sends one. I don't know if that one's going to come back, but Tom's just going to make sure. He does make sure. Well done. He gets it over Cheng. And he's walking back, but his stack aren't adjusting quick enough. See, you got Curly sitting down in the deep. Gives the good under to Carlos. Kath Matthews gets it. She's been very good so far. Yumi props, but doesn't get it. Sends it to Jasper. And now here we go. We got two deep. Jasper goes with he's a lefty. He'll go with the backhand. Instead opts to go to Tom. Tom sees Kath coming under, elects not to, throws the open stance backhand to Carlos. Carlos brings it over to the heavy side, and my laptop's gone. Work didn't have to buy me a new one. One to Tom. That was not meant for Tom. It went right over the stack, and we've got the strongest win that we've had all game. Shit's blowing everywhere. And Tom's got the count. He hits Jasper, and I don't think he was in. He's not. He might go back to Tom. They can hand it to each other. Tom in the dead corner. People poaching off. It's ugly. Ugly at best. And a pick called.
Is it?
Well, hold on.
There's definitely something called, Moz.
There was definitely something called. So the first one, the reason Rob stopped is because he called a pick.
Right.
Right?
On the thrower, is that right?
No, he called a pick on Carlos coming back around Tom. So he called a pick on Tom.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
Which is allowed.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't use the thrower as a
It's a ground
ground
strip,
strip as
so
well.
it's turnover.
There you go. Is that on the replay?
A special thank you to Tony Castrogano for bringing me a fillets box. You are a gentleman and a scholar, Tony. This is amazing. All right, Boo Boo, take over. I'm out of here. All right, Vladimir to the far wing. The one that I said was absolutely empty, and Braden Cheng. Sorry, no, that wasn't Braden Cheng. That was Lamb, was it?
Lee, I think.
Mark Wee. And Tom picks up. Goes to Carlos Casablancos. Carlos, long, loopy backhand. He's sat Justice under it, and there's a pack, and it's going to float right out the back. That's very disappointing. Golden chance gone begging. So we're going to have a look at the ground strip. And Tom flippy floppy. It slipped out. Jeez, it stayed in for a while too. It wouldn't have been a goal. It would have come back for the pick, I'd imagine, because it was before the throw. What junk are that? Yep. Is it a 3-3-1 Boomer that they're playing?
Yes,
looks
they
like
are.
Justice
Yes,
playing
very
back.
flat again. There's the mid and wings. Yep, are very high up near the cup.
Kerry Justice learned her lesson here on the close wing, now playing a bit further back. But comes in. Her and Jasper need to keep talking. Double team.
Not really marking anyone, Kerry.
A lot of attention. Oh, very nice. I think that was a block there. It was from either Carlos or Curly.
Okay.
Chris
This is
Gold.
their third shot at this point, I think, Moz. They need to get this one.
It is the third shot at this point. So this time, that what they do have is a bit more discipline and structure. They're walking to rather than the quick break.
Justice needs to get that marker out of there. There you go.
Tom sits up a backhand. It's a bit too far for Kath Matthews. And so what we're looking at, so just the replay. Yes, block in the cup. Well done. Rob Andrew goes to Laddo. Laddo is getting pretty strict instruction from Mark Evans here to play for position and punt it. He goes to, then he fakes, he doesn't. Now they're actually working it with the poppers. Mark Wee. Jasper staying back, Jasper making sure. Mark Wee then jacks it. They want to just chance their hand, and it drops. But it was Braden Cheng. So you can see why Mark Evans, despite being a bit of a loose unit, he does want it to go deep because he had both Braden Cheng and Rob Andrew sitting deep, and they're just happy to chance their hand because Tom hasn't looked thoroughly convincing in the deep.
The disc is particularly hard to read, Moz, so you get a bit of luck sometimes going your way.
Oh, another block.
Wow.
Curly this time. And Curly and Rob, probably not a matchup you're going to go to. Instead, no disrespect to Curly. Curly gets the under. Yeah. Oh, and it's hit him. So it was a little bit high. Came up towards the throat rather than the chest area.
Great hand block, though.
Lovely hand block. That's his second now of the point.
Yep.
Get around him. And they've given me a fillets. They've given me a tenders box.
Oh, no.
I asked for a fillets box.
How disappointing.
And I got a tenders one. So any kind of gratitude I show toward Castrogano is dead and gone. Just like that disc from Kerry Justice, who goes and bids and makes sure. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think you'll get another stat for it, Kerry, but nice initiative. She's at, and now she's taken off deep. And Tom's going to throw it to. This will be the highlight of the tournament, Kerry. Oh. Disappointing. Just like my fillets. And he gave me a potato and gravy instead of a gravy.
I can see Tony right beside me. He's seems to have a fillet box there, Moz. Just letting you know.
Is he serious?
I'm
You
pretty
better
sure.
not. I'll be very disappointed.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Laddo's got the disc.
Yeah, you go. You go. I'll leave you to it, baby.
Laddo's very confident with his throws. He's going to try and work it again, despite Mark Evans asking him to punt it. So Laddo and Rob, quick 1-2 between themselves.
Mark is shouting go for yards, but they're going upwind. And they do it.
There you go, he does it. Better read by Tom this time. Catches it. Should be some quick transitions. Should be able to make a nice gainer here, and they do.
How about those yards, Mark? Peanut.
Moz is trying not to be involved, but he's finding it very difficult. Great break there to Regaki across the field. Here we go. Oh, Curly's dropped another one. That's a shame. Laddo's picked it up quickly. Another quick play. Andrew with the disc. Not much happening. He's going to have to go between. Oh. Tries to squeeze it down the sideline. It's tipped on. Oh, and dropped, unfortunately. Dropped by Lima there. Meraki picked up the disc. Osborne over to Curly. He's on that tough sideline. Nice throw to Castelblanco, to Osborne, to Regaki. Funskee aren't really playing D, so they've got to make the most of this, Meraki. Here we go. Stuck on the sideline. Swings it across to Justice. Nothing on the downwind side. Osborne again. Looking for that high release backhand.
Oh,
and he
no.
tosses it over the top of Meraki. Oh, is there a call?
Yeah, the call
Players have all stopped.
The call is disappointing. Oh,
No,
no, it is.
Being retracted. Is that what the game advisor was signaling there, Moz? Was that a retraction? Stoppage. Waving a stoppage, thank you. Discussion there. I feel like there was a big group of players there, Moz. I think
there
Tom
was just... It gets to their end zone line and they just lose any kind of structure. They had it here on that close corner where they had 6 around the disc.
Needed to work hard to get it back there, didn't they? Took the easy option, went to the downwind sideline.
Believe it or not, the plate push pass,
yep.
Not a great option. So I think Tom's contention is that he got blocked on his second attempt. Really his first one, because his second one, they didn't really have a chance.
Here we go, we've got the replay. Let's have a look what happens here. Tom's getting ready to cut. He is. Looks like his own player who blocked him, I think, Moz, from the replay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, that's just one of the unfortunate ways it goes sometimes. And Ruben has probably explained that to Tom, and Tom agrees. Funskee have the disc. How much longer is it going to take you to eat those tenders, Moz? So I'm not the greatest caller in the world. Oh, great bid there by Cheng. Yes, didn't quite get it. Meraki picks up. It's Pentland. I've been calling him Osborne. Apologies. Pentland. Back to Meraki.
Come on after this point, Boo Boo.
Thank you, mate. Curly.
If it ever ends.
To Pentland. Oh, he's got his lefty. It's perfect for him. What can he do? Oh, swings it back to Meraki. They're going to go down that sideline again. Nope, there we go. Oh. Tries the bullet inside out break to Justice. She has to lean back, gets a little bit of a hand on it, but can't grasp it. It's been a very long point. You've got to count the turns in this point. Moz, any idea? Must be over 10, I think.
Quite a lot. Mike, what do you reckon?
I think Meraki have had at least 5 shots at the end zone, so maybe you could ask Ruben what happened over there, and you could, while you're not on air, use your time wisely.
Did he say he was blocked?
Lado has the disc, that cup around him again. Not a lot of offer, he's going to have to do a little bit of 1-2 with Andrew again. Oh, Andrew tries a bomb hammer, but very ambitious. Got to halfway at least. Meraka's walking to the disc. A few tired bodies out there. No one's looking particularly keen to run hard and get this score. So the disc is coming back in, not at halfway, about 20 yards out, 20 metres out. We've got Mark Wee on the mark, Meraki with the disc. Meraki inside out to Justice, that was a better one. There's that one in the end zone just before. Justice to Curly. Over to Sano. She's got the disc, swings it back to Justice. Puts a high one up. She's looking for Meraki. Oh, Lado gets up, pulls it down, gives away about a foot, takes a chest mark in the wind. There we go, Mark Wee again. Big bomb. Yep, Gak's into it. Oh, yep, he's able to keep Andrew out of that one. And we're back to the brick mark. Start of the point. It's not a lot of hard cutting going on, a lot of standing around. There we go, Pentland's up the middle. And Castelblanco calls a timeout.
To the collective relief of everybody on the field and off it.
That's right. Did you have a chat to Ruben or?
Yeah, I had a chat to him. Oh, you want to know what? Oh, right.
I do know what. Yeah.
So Tom's contention was that he got blocked.
Blocked physically by like
blocked, yeah. But that has to be intentional.
Yes.
If it's a foul.
Like it has to be. It's like shepherding, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's a tough ask. As I have Tim Wise coming over, fresh out of hospital. We did give you a shout out before, Tim.
Feeling better.
Yeah, he's feeling better. He's not 100%. Okay. Need the last story really, but glad you're okay.
This is a pretty important point, Moz.
Mate, if it's 5-0 down,
yeah,
you know that's tough.
That's right. 4-1 looks a lot better.
It does.
Yeah. We've had enough goes at it.
But you're worried. You know, there's a bit of cause for concern given that Meraki going downwind and we've had a point that's gone for 10 minutes.
That's right. Yeah.
They haven't been as long on the Frisky side.
No, they don't look very clean going into the end zone. Don't look like they have any plans going into that end zone, do they?
No. Yep, so we're thinking it's between 10 and 12 turnovers for this point. What do you think's going to come out of the half? Out of the timeout, Bibbo?
So the disc is, we're over back at the brick mark, aren't we?
Yeah, just where they are.
Look, there'll be one or two things. Be a set play looking for the end zone, because we don't want to get stuck down here.
Yep.
Or they'll try and maybe fake that and get some good mid-range throws. They've been working it down to the red zone pretty comfortably, I think. It's that last.
Just when they get into the red zone, they go to plot.
There's not enough room, and like I said, they don't seem to know how to make the room needed to in this wind to get a nice throw in there for a goal.
I agree.
Lado on the mark. You still eating?
Yeah, I'm still eating.
Okay.
Give me 1 more second.
Yep. Castelablanco about to pick up the disc. Lado Martis on the mark. And off, playing a horror. Matthews fakes long, comes under, doesn't get it.
Oh no!
Oh, floated to Justice.
Here we go. This is
no
the
good.
dagger.
This is like the first point. Lado picks it up.
Lado goes with the backhand.
Squeeze it through. There it is.
Oh wow! Wow! Just like that, 5-zip. I think that's Braden.
Checking it is. No, it was Mark Week.
No, it was Mark Week.
There you go. One pass. They're scoring up Winder. Get one shot at it from their own brick mark.
Yep. They listen to the 8 Mile soundtrack. 8 Mile was a movie. It was a Hollywood film.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What year was that released?
It was about your 80th birthday. Featured a rapper. There was a biopic about a rapper called Eminem.
Eminem.
Quite prolific in the pop culture
He sounds
scene.
controversial.
He is a little controversial. Speaking of controversial, I think Mark the Shark would have found his way on. He has. He was screaming punted for position when they were going upwind. So
should be nice and
you
fresh.
can imagine what he's going to do now on the downwind.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Just doing some adjustments to the spreadsheet. Only 5 points in. That's better than last time I was commentating.
Mate, if the teams don't give us the right spreadsheets, I've got no sympathy for them.
Here we go. Evans for the pool. Are you back calling now?
Oh, I'll come back, yeah.
Thank you.
KFC's done. Delicious. Could have been better. Oh,
Ooh,
did he
the
touch
touch?
it? He's certainly not rushing as if he did.
No, he's waving his hand, saying no, I didn't. What do you think the chances of Meraki getting it past halfway this one was?
Who's coming up? So they've got no one you'd call as recognised throwers. Probably the exception of Drew Birchall.
Yeah.
First cut struggles to get free. Second cut, the throw is a worm burner. Second throw is a worm burner. And I think the pressure from the Funskee defence is just causing them to take reasonably poor options, which are exacerbated by the wind. So 6-0.
Yeah.
Got to see something happen. I think we're going to see a timeout called. Yes, Tommy's burned one.
As he, yes, that's right. You see Funskee could have easily played a junk then, just to make them, but they decided to play a hard man, make the throws hard.
And Meraki kind of half expected them to play the junk.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's what the convention would dictate.
Yep, that's right. Bit of standing still, wasn't it?
Didn't expect it, and then you see, I'm not sure if we see a replay of it, but the first cut from Della, bit of a dance, gets open. Can't get open.
Another
Just
one.
puts all the pressure.
Another one pass to score for Funskee. Not under any pressure at all, are they?
Definitely part of the plan. Mark Evans' shirt.
I was going to mention that.
Wash,
I thought that could be a half-time topic.
So
his mum and dad aren't here, I don't think.
Fausto, I don't know if we can get a shot of Mark Evans. He's just off to your right, but any time you get a moment, your other right, Fausto. The jumper there, his outfit, his top, probably just warrants a bit of nappy sand or something on it. It's awful.
Yeah, pretty bad.
And he's cut it up. He looks like one of the Flintstones. Looks like Fred Flintstone.
Makes you think it'd be raining or something, doesn't it? But
yeah, or
great
he's been
blue
taken
skies.
to the beach and rolling around in sand. But you know what? That's probably Funskee's biggest problem right now. Outside of that, they've had it all their own way. Yeah, we might have a chat to Ruben. Now this might make things better if we can get a 5-point deduction on Funskee for breaking the uniform policy. We're back on.
That's right.
We're just going to find Tom another ankle, and then it's a game on.
Scores level.
You can't have a singlet. You can have a shirt with no sleeves. As long as it's shoulder coverage, it's okay.
So apparently you can have. How's this for? Yeah, this would be about right. You can.
I
This
think
is
Ruben
classic
wrote this.
AFTA.
Yeah.
So
That's
you can
Wolfton, mate,
have.
probably.
You can have a shirt without.
You can have a shirt without sleeves.
But you can't have a singlet.
Yeah, as long as there's a bit of shoulder coverage.
That's like one of those riddles you'd read in What's New or something
I
like
think
that.
they have more lax laws at the RSL, I think, don't they?
The Melbourne club's easy to get into. A shirt without sleeves.
Anyway, it means Mark Evans is legal, so they're not going to be deducted 5 points.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. All right.
4 women, Moz, at this point.
4 women. I believe the right is the gender calling in, so I think this is a call from Meraki to try and change things up.
All right.
I think they've realised this would be as much a defensive play rather than them playing in their structures. They've seen they're running through the same 3 blokes.
That's right.
They haven't really engaged their girls, certainly not as much as we'd like to see.
Yep.
But you can't disagree with the 6-0 scoreline.
That's exactly right.
So they need to do something to try and change it up.
Yeah, good
That's
call.
what they've thought. But it's the 3 you'd expect: Andrews, Evans, and Latamatos. And
Cool.
they're going back for the offside.
Yeah, first offside.
Meraki,
Of the game.
mate, they'll take everything they can get.
Why not?
Take everything they can get.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a replay up of that, Mike. I want to stick the offender. We're all about blame here. All right. Going up. Oh, it's Mark the Shark.
Signalled
I think
immediately by the game advisor.
Yeah, he didn't miss it. Latamatos may have also been half a foot over, but Marky was gone.
They're all about 2 metres behind that
Yeah,
time.
they learned. They're going to learn today. All right. Tom Della picking it up.
Wagaki's isolated again in the end zone. There it
And
goes.
Tommy's going to stick it. Here we go. Tommy on Rob, and the first goal of the game. First goal for Meraki is scored. If at first you don't succeed, keep jacking it until Tom grabs it. I think that's the way the proverb goes.
Why not?
Don't know if you've noticed, Boomer, but I've just hit puberty.
I have to say,
Congratulations to me.
though, whilst it was a very basic play, Moz, it was a pretty well executed throw.
It was nice.
That's not too much blade, just enough to keep it up.
No,
And,
it's certainly, that's the one piece of feedback you give to Meraki is keep it flatter.
They've had a lot that have been pushed down. So well done to who's the thrower there?
Tom Della.
Teller, yes.
Tom Della, young heads of state lad.
Very
Fun
good.
fact, I'm not sure if people are friends with Casablancos or Della or Rigaki on Facebook, but good footage of Rigaki holding Della on the dance floor last night before dropping him flat on his rear.
Really?
Yeah,
There you
just absolutely decked him.
This is why I don't go to parties, Moz.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Although I like watching footage of it.
Oh, the footage is good. Yeah, I'll pull it up later. I might see if we can get Mike to pop it up there. So Tom Della's come straight to the sideline to get around people that enjoyed his work, telling them the comeback's on.
He received lots of pats on the back. Which is,
And likes him too, I can
Yeah.
tell you.
yeah,
Gives
Rigaki's going to
himself a
put.
big old lick.
Oh,
All right, decent enough pull in the conditions. And Mark Evans picking up.
play a match.
The
Oh.
disc goes up. Mikey Trong has got to deal with, I think it's Revi. And Mark Evans' turn count goes to 4. To be fair, perfectly fair to Mark, I think people would expect that to be a lot higher. As the other teams now roll in, finishing up their placing games, starting to get a bit of a crowd here. Seeing a good smattering. What do we got? We got some KFC, we got Macca's, we got Tom Rigaki with the disc in the corner. We got a disorganised stack. Ooh, but Kath Matthews does it really well, has taken some really nice discs today. Tries to get open on Tom. Tom shake and bake and eventually gets free. There was a good dump mark on him for a lot of it. Mikey Trong goes long. He didn't want anything to do with it. He instead sits one up to Lauer. Lauer's going to have a high one. Casablancos comes over. Really nice grab. Hits it Mikey Trong. And Mikey goes to Kerry Justice, but that is out of here. You got to adjust for the throwing. Mikey released that at about waist height. It wasn't going anywhere other than field one. Disappointing because they worked so hard to get it to the high side. Mikey gives it away. Mark the Shark in with it now, and he jacks one back, goes a flick. Tom reading it. Oh, it's bumping up. But that's exactly why. And I don't think Tom loved the effort. So if Mikey Trong's awake here, he can come and get it. Now hold on to it, Mike.
Work at
Well
this side.
done.
Work at this side.
So now the stack's set. And Yumi goes. She's going to have to go left. Bid. Can't get it. And Mark grabs it. Picks up. He points. Where do you think he points? Deep. Yep. Mark walks back to. He points again. He points again. He's just got one hand up. It's Babe Ruth. Where do you think he's going? The counter be at about 7. And now it's a hammer to an outcut.
Oh.
Challenging. Mark, you are wasting everyone's time with that Scheisen. You are wasting the time of the good people of Hobart and the fans of Frisbee.
That's a countless throw.
There we go. I'd love to give him 2 for that, so he goes to 5. I half jest though, but he's got 5 other players cutting hard for him.
He wasn't going to throw anywhere else. When you point twice, you're not going to throw anywhere else, let alone if you point 5 or 6 times.
Regaki goes the scuba brave. And if you ask Mark, he'll say it ultimately worked off. I'm doing this for territory.
That's right. I'm only 10 metres out.
Goes the around flick.
Ooh,
Nice
great catch.
bid from Lauer, but there's a nice grab, even better grab.
Some Mortimer, I think, again, was it?
I think it was Mortimer. Lauer, great bid past her. But Funskee goes 7-1. So Mark, that's the hammer. That's about 10 metres clear of anyone. And I think it was Mortimer. It was Mortimer that he threw to initially, and then Mortimer that managed to get a much nicer throw thrown to her for the goal.
Caught it with a bit of heat on. Look, goes to what you were saying earlier, Moz. Evans is willing to sacrifice a turnover to get position, and then he gets an easy throw for a goal. So.
Yeah, he'd come back with a straight face and tell us. He goes, well, yeah, I know, but I didn't back Meraki in to get it past where I threw it from. So Gak's headband may be growing. It may be actually growing into a beanie. It might be one of those kind of bio-organic headbands where it just eventually will cover his head. That or his hairline is receding that quick that he's rolling it up to try and salvage the damage.
7-1, Moz.
7-1.
Can you see Meraki coming back from here?
I can. I'm not just saying this so that we, out of blind optimism, I could see it.
Felt like Brian Taylor that time.
Oh boy, wowee. I can see it. I can see because you know what? Mark's not going to stop, and even if they stop coming off, he won't stop. So Drew Birchall will look to Jasper Pentland first. And Tom Della's gone, and Jasper's going to send the lefty backhand. Osmond, Della, and the line beats them all. Who are we just coughing up a lung for everyone at home? Yeah, a few Winnie Blues. So we're going to have a look at the because I looked on for one. At one point I was enjoying the thought of Osmond and Della going up against Andrew. But it didn't happen. And we'll have Rob Andrew coming in, and it will be a junk look. They've gone back to the junk look, and Andrew with a penetrating hammer first up. Oh, no! Tom Della sat under it and went to pluck it and just clean missed it. You know when they say catch your D's, ignore that, just try and get any hand on it. But run quick from Frisky. They don't protect the disc.
Funskee was.
Funskee. Just more Seinfeld punts as team names, I think. So, unusual composure being shown between Jasper and Tom Della. They get a nice gainer to James Osmond in the corner of death. Brings it back to Sabrina. Lovely swing, but unfortunately, Rob Andrew knew that she wanted it. Lado picks up, and this way, this disc can be going downtown, and it does. Long, low, flat one.
Oh.
Tom Della, nice work.
And a
Did
gainer.
2 things there. Oh, gives himself a big pump. The old fist bump. So got the D and then advanced the disc probably 10, 15 metres. He'd be rating himself as the MVP as Jules brings it in, and now she jacks a flick bomb. And that is Braden Cheng. More feedback about Mark coming through. Another cross-field hammer. This one does come off. This is Gus McDonald. Gus McDonald goes upstairs to Braden Cheng, who manages to hold on to it. Braden over to Laddo. This will be a real heartbreaker for Meraki. They'd go in 8-1 down at half if they can score this. They're a metre away from the end zone. It's Braden Cheng. Not the most competent thrower. He's there for pace, and he throws an absolute Hail Mary. Almost caught. That would have been up there with the most challenging. And we've got Aussie going deep and McDonald with him. Della's seen all he needs to see. He throws a zinger, and now he is going for territory. And the reaction from the crowd about what it deserves. Flat, bloody silence.
Everyone's talking amongst themselves at the moment.
People more interested in what they're eating. I see some Doritos, the K-Fry.
Oh.
See a couple of tins. K-Fry definitely out in front. Did see some Subway, so that obviously gotten lost. Anyway, McDonald through to Laddo. Laddo winds up, throws again. Tom Della, another chance. Throws, big gainer straight to Rob Andrew. Went to look for Osman, but it was straight to Rob Andrew, so now they can run and gun. But it flies over the top. Laddo's going to save it. And then Laddo goes the flick. Jasper got a little bit on it. Went to Cheng, but Cheng spent it before he had it. And wouldn't you know it, someone's going long. And Osman goes, you know what? We'll stop taking the P155. Aussie, great grab on the wide side. Grabbed the leading edge. And Jasper.
Lefty.
Went to go up, didn't. Nice work to Ellie Seckold. Seckold back to Tom. Tom, it's going to sit up. It's going to sit up, mate. Grab, goal, they've got it. Nice work. That's Seb pins on with the goal. Jasper, we thought he'd almost thrown it too far at one point. But the gainers, they threw it short, but every throw was pretty much a gainer, boo-boo.
That's right. They took the time and effort to throw 20-metre throws.
We're going to see a replay.
Rather than 50-metre turnovers.
So this was Tom just clean, missing one.
I think they got 3 bits of scrap in that point, Funskee.
And the second one, what was this one? This was Tom again. This is one of his better ones.
This is the big gainer.
The big gainer.
Look at that.
He was a bit more happy with himself. And then
Madeline
another
proud.
one from Laddo. Oh no, this is the same one. Yeah, that's lovely. Well done, Tom. And then this was the Hail Mary. I don't know. I'd walk away. If I was there, I went, no, I'm no chance to grab this. That was again Kristen
I think the
Mortimer.
defense were just watching it, couldn't believe what was going to happen.
Poor
She almost
Mortimer.
caught it.
Oh, if she caught it, you just end the game there. Go, yeah. And then finally, James Osborne, full tilt. He's a long unit and did well.
So interesting, Meraki backed himself with their throws that time,
Well, that
got a
was
goal.
it. They're all short, they're all gainers.
Previously, Laddo had been backing himself with his throws, then he decided to listen to Mark Evans and bombed a few.
Yeah, and we saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
On that though, on a serious point, Meraki playing the zone and Laddo putting pretty high throws over the top.
Yep.
At what point do you start thinking about having a tall lad like a Tom Della or a Jules Sakura, so you've still got some protection deep in the likes of Gak, things like that. Even maybe
on this wing, you mean?
No, I'd say in the middle of the fence, like even like a junker with his hands up, he's
all
throwing
right,
over it.
Yep.
He'd probably wear one in the gob, but
Sure.
look at 8-2 down. I think or 7-2 down. Your team would appreciate it.
Yep. They did both hammers they tossed in. They got a bit scrappy, both double helix, but they came off. Oh,
And
here's
there's
another one.
big hammer. Who is he throwing to? Is there even? Could anyone on the sideline tell me who that was to?
Dead silence.
I'm getting absolute blank stares. Blank stares. Oh, don't get me wrong. I like punting for territory, but you want someone. You want someone to throw to, so Gak won't complain. So now he has a look, and he gets a bit of a flatter one out to Yumi and Laura, but neither one can grab it. And
walk around
look
this time.
who's coming up to the disc.
We've got some junk on there.
They do. This time it's a sidearm. That's a bit better.
Marginally.
Well, I'm trying to remain somewhat positive and not stick this bloke. But even the game advisors are going, what's the signal for that, Ruben? What's the signal?
Shrug.
That's the one. Just a raspberry. All right, Thomas. Comes out. Nice work to Carlos. Junker getting busy. Tom once again now. Junker looks to go. He has Rob marking him. Oof, nice idea by Tom. The throw let him down. Rob Andrew goes. He goes upstairs. Tommy's going to get it. Come on, Tommy, hunt it down. Doesn't need to. It's out the back. Funskee don't seem to be respecting the disc, and we understand why. But does that give Meraki an opportunity to go, you know what, let's try and make them pay with this? Because they are playing with the mindset that they'll just get it back. It doesn't matter.
That's exactly what they're doing, and at the moment it's happening. So why would Funskee stop? I don't know what Meraki can do. They're trying.
All right.
Can't seem to complete the passes in this wind.
So now it's turned at forward brick mark. There might be enough to protect it, and they do. That's a really nice break throw.
So if they're not going to be able to get it past the brick mark, they should at least play some D in the end zone.
Yep.
That'd be half, is it? 8-1.
And I think that's 8-2 for the half. Ruben's having a chat to Mark. I'd love him to go, look, I haven't written a rule about throwing crap, but I'm thinking seriously about it if you continue to take the mickey. So who are we going to have a chat to? Is there anyone we're going to have a chat to around here? Pretty keen to find out the results of other games. Ashley Evans. Might have a chat to Ashley Evans. Boober, can you pass on to Ashley Evans? We'll just have a quick chat to him. All right. Ash, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
That's very good. Oh, you don't sound great.
Oh, no, I'm doing all right.
Excellent. We're going to have a quick chat to a few teams around the tournament. You're obviously playing for Paradigm. How'd you guys end up?
We came 10th in the end. We
10th, yeah.
started the morning pretty good, pretty solid, coming off the back of the large night.
Very good.
We came out to play and won both those early games.
Oh, good.
Then against my old team, Sublime, we got the jump on them, and then they came back and got it over the top of us by 2 points, so a bit disappointing.
Right, so obviously you did finish on an even.
Yes.
Right.
Not the most ideal way to go out, but...
And I would ask you about the game, but we all know it's not really lived up. Yeah, trash. That's probably a better term than
Garbage.
the politically correct one or the diplomatic one I was trying to use. So more importantly, what's been your fast food of choice? I can see some Nando's around. I can see some K-Fry.
Oh, we had fish and chips, and then
chips,
KFC,
nice.
and then also a burger.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We went burger joint in.
So you weren't left wanting?
No. Fairly full right now.
Oh, there's some chips behind us as well, actually. Ash, you just talk for a bit. I'm going to have a chippy. You got under 22s coming up?
Yeah. Yep. That would be in the end of November. Well, you're a hungry man.
Yeah, just...
You eating today?
I'll give you a leading question. Oh, Jazz just walked away. No more chips.
Yeah, team's looking good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're amped up?
Yeah, and I'm feeling really good about it. It's one of the funnest campaigns I've been on. The under 22s last time, so have high hopes for this one.
Excellent. And you got a brother in there? Is Albie playing as well?
No, he's
too old.
Yeah.
Right.
He's foot in the grave now.
Very good, very good. Okay, and in terms of Paradigm, obviously your campaign intended to go longer than just mixed nats. You got an eye on World Clubs?
Yeah. We just got to get through the qualifiers and get in top 2, and then we can go to clubs.
Very good. Okay, so thank you very much, mate. We're going to have Boo Boo have a chat to a couple other players around the ground.
Wicked.
Thanks, Moss. I've got Sophie Taylor with me from Monstars, I believe, and an under-24 representative. Is that right, Sophie?
Yep, that's right.
In women's or mixed?
In women's.
In women's, excellent. How was your tournament? How did it go?
Good. I think, like Monstars, we had, I think overall a significantly less experienced team than we took last year, and managed to take out 5th place again, and had a phenomenal few games yesterday. So I think we were all really proud of that as a club.
Fantastic. Had a few close ones, didn't you? I think
Yep.
over the tournament. Yeah. Did you win most of those?
I think looking at it, yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's really good news. And how have you liked the venue and Hobart in general?
Yeah. We've been really delighted with how sunny it's been. a little less chuffed with the wind.
Pretty brutal today, wasn't it?
Yeah. In Brisbane, we're not so good with breeze,
Right.
but yeah, no, it's a good challenge.
I watched your 5th, 6th playoff today, and that seemed to be a fairly scrappy affair.
Yes, it was.
Yes, yeah. But you came out on top. What was the score in that game?
Yeah, it went to Universe, so yeah.
That was their second Universe game against F Troop, is that right?
Yeah, so.
Well done, well
Yeah.
done. Any particular highlights of the tournament for yourself?
I think for me it was just really nice to have another opportunity to connect with other players on the 24s team. It's nice to be able to come together in the same place and.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good news. Well, thank you very much, Sophie. That's great.
Great,
we're
thanks.
going to head back to the game soon. Thanks.
Excellent.
All right. And sorry? I had a chat to him earlier. All right. So the team's just moving into their final huddles. As we watch the final replays from the first half. We're going to try and have a chat to a couple of players coming out of half time. But Boo Boo, Funskee, do they need to change? I mean, they're playing pretty ugly frisbee, but it's getting the job done. Funskee, sorry.
Yeah, look, it is. There's no reason to change anything, and we can be as critical as we like about that. But,
we will.
Yeah, and we will. Yeah, that's fine. But they're here to win, and what they're doing has got them an 8-2 lead.
Yep, and then Meraki.
Look, I don't really know where they can go.
Execution is
Yeah.
a
I mean, they're trying to work it up a bit, and they don't seem to be able to complete the passes. The long ones aren't coming off. Their zone's not strong enough. I don't really know.
And
Don't know where to go from there.
we'll continue to say it, but the breeze is probably as strong as it's been.
Yep. It is. The trees are bending in.
They are, yeah.
Might be able to see that on
You
the
can
camera.
see them in
They
the
are
background,
bending over.
Yep, we've got the tents right down.
Yeah. We haven't even got a tent.
Rex and Mike, well, we got rid of our tent, yeah.
Right, okay.
It was a risk to go on the field.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No, this wind has claimed a tripod, it's claimed a monitor screen, claimed a number of chairs.
You got 2 tripods. I saw Ben Matthews Hunter take out a tripod earlier.
Well, yeah,
it was
that
yesterday,
was a
wasn't it?
running repairs to this, yeah. Fausto heroically jumping in the way. Not sure, well, Mike, let me know if we can look at that at some point. I'm sure we'll have a moment to review Fausto's heroics. Do you have it? Well, we'll take a look at it at some point. We'll have a look at that in the next break. Fausto packed himself. Went nowhere near it. It was like, take the tripod, it's yours, Ben. All right, but we are going to look and pray and hope that Meraki can make a game of this. I firmly believe they can. Tom Regaki going to pull. All team members remain on side. It's a roller. It's going to go out the side. And the headband's off.
He's serious.
He's not mucking around. Mark Evans coming on. They're going the 3-3-1 traditional cup. And Jules comes around and then Mark decides to throw along. Tom Della on him. Tom Della goes up. But Lado did really well. Sat behind him despite being probably blindsided a bit by Della. And
Crowd's gone wild.
God, they go nuts. Well, you know. Well, at least the Funskee guys are going wild. They've got to be having a good time. They come to have fun and win a tournament, and right now they're doing both.
Yeah, that's right. Not much to say about that.
Yeah, well, we'll have
Not
a look.
the greatest start.
Want to see if we can get some shots. We might actually go through a few shots of the tournament. There've been some good things. There've been also some odd things. So this was the goal.
The Mark turned around and gave Mark his backhand, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, which I didn't mind the idea of. I mean, he was standing one way and then switched it up on him, but Mark was straight onto it.
Yeah, look, the D was there. It was covered. Just
well done from Lado, sitting in behind.
Exactly.
Backed himself in. And the Seagulls come in because we didn't have enough to bloody deal with.
That's all that KFC, Mike.
That's right. They're after my fillets box at a 8:30 because they got the. Let's go to the crash. Got a couple of angles of it. So this is the outside in. Ben Matthews Hunter and Fausto goes, oh, I'm out of here. Bang, gets his foot right in it. But then, to Ben's credit, goes to hold on to it.
Well done, Ben.
And the disc was out, but the VLS actually kept that. Here we go. Great view here. Bang. Well
Take
done.
a still of that and frame it for your wall, Ben.
Well done, Fausto. Oh, mate, he'll be getting a bill in the mail. $800, new tripod, please. Ben. All right, Paul goes up. Rob Andrew makes halfway, but it lands
Oh, it's rolling
towards
back.
the corner third, towards the outer third. Drew Birchall picks up. Fakes the flick. And then there's going to be a pick call, I'd imagine.
Yep. Big signal
Evans
by the game brothers.
on Casablancos. Evans gives him some mileage, said you still had separation, but was picked. Looks like a verb, but they have collapsed right over to that weak side. So
Yeah.
a swing into the big side would be great, but otherwise they're going to be cramming it.
It's already crowded. Oh, stop.
Jew goes. Kath Matthews sitting underneath it, grabs it. Great grab. Oh, sorry, that's Bree, I think. Wearing a little bit of contact, comes through, and then Kerry Justice with it. That was
Sabrina Morrow.
Sabrina and Kath Matthews wearing some similar headgear, actually. So
They are, yes.
Sabrina, well done with that grab.
Yeah,
But,
I reckon.
she had the defender all over her and
They had a
stepped out of her way at the
Bit of
last
a
minute.
case for a foul as well. If,
Yeah, I reckon.
I don't think the defender was really looking at the frisbee.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of waving.
Yeah, a lot of waving.
Good catch.
But then did well, and we've seen it a couple of times, particularly today, when it lands outside the end zone, but teams failing to convert it.
Yeah,
So
no, she did well.
that was nice and well done. Nice setup cut from Justice as
Oh,
well.
Yep.
On the whole, though, Meraki's offense continues to be unconvincing.
Feel like they're going to come down in junk, Meraki. There's a lot of pointing by Regaki then on the line.
Yep. 9-3 the score. Just got to take a couple points at a time here, break the game up into lots of little mini games. Regaki throws the roller, goes out probably a bit closer than he would have liked. It's just over halfway. But in reality, every likelihood that Meraki will be playing starting the offense from their end zone line anyway.
That's right.
And something different here.
There's nobody.
Either they've understood what it's like to play with Mark, which is exactly what has happened. They've understood it, and they went to the sidearm to Lado, but Gak.
They don't have to move for a 3-3 zone if they didn't want to.
No, that's right. They actually probably went to set up. They were standing in their zone position, and they have because Lado's on the mark.
No, look, they're playing 1-on-1 again.
They are playing
As they should.
Tom tries a challenging one, but this wind is diabolical.
Once again, no one within 20 metres of Mark. Oh, he's moving.
Someone snuck right out the back.
Yep,
Mark doesn't want him. He's going to go inside, and Tom baits it. Lado said he liked it. I think he was pretty much the only one here that did. All right. Tom gets almost a great bid by Kath Matthews, but she's hurt.
Bit of a hard spot there in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, tough. She's going to take a point.
Justice is on.
Nice bid from Kath. That's unfortunate from Tom because it looked like it was sitting up pretty well for Birchall, but then as soon as it catches that lip, turns sideways and becomes a much bigger problem for someone.
That corner over there, just so hard to get out of, Moss.
Yep. Lado picking up. Tom Regaki, one of the best players, best throwers in the world. If he's struggling, I think everyone will. So they happy to have it in that corner. Della marking very flat, ends up bidding. And I think at best that'll be simultaneous. It is, it's marked as a goal. Nice bid from Justice, I believe it was, to keep the disc alive. Unable to do so. And there's a goal. So that brings us to 10-3, I believe. I think that was Brandon Lamb. Four men being signalled.
Have you advised the public how the end zone gender call works, Moss?
given I don't understand how the end zone call works. I don't think I have. No, Rube.
Would you like me to do it?
I would love it because I've been guessing all weekend.
Basically,
at the start of the game they do it.
There's
right?
an end zone turn at the start of the game, and the team up that end gets to choose either 4 men or 4 women in the mixed game.
Does that change at half?
That I believe it does, and it supersedes the old rule where it was offense decides.
Right.
Which meant that in a game like this, the same team would have been choosing pretty much the whole time.
Yep.
Now it is alternate, which is a much better way to go.
Right, very good. And do you think we're going to go one further step and just go alternating points?
Well, that's what they do at Woofdorf events.
Oh,
so
right.
at World Clubs this year, that's what they'll be doing. It's 2 and 2, I believe. So so 2 points of 4 men, 4 women, and then 2 points of 4 women, 3 men. Did I get that right? I've forgotten what numbers I said.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And then I believe it's
mirrored
at half.
Yeah, right, yeah. Mirrored at half, just in case it wasn't confusing enough. All right, Casablancos back with the action. Casablancos to Mikey Trong. Mikey Trong to SI Selvin. They're going one-on-one. SI with a little bit of a problem now. It's a straight-up force. He doesn't like it. He then goes the Hail Mary, and there's going to be a call. There was also a collision from the Meraki guys. And everyone walking around looking at each other.
Yeah, right.
All the seagulls around. I think the seagulls are genuinely here because of all the food. I have never seen this before.
Really?
Well, why else are they here? They're getting closer to the sideline.
Sorry, I'm not really about that. That you've never seen it before is what I really was about.
These birds coming? Nah, never seen that.
They can smell chips from like about 10 k's.
I haven't seen it at a tournament.
Oh, right, okay.
I understand birds like chips, boo-boo. Oh, that's down.
Game advisor's going to get involved, I think.
Yeah, that's down. Well picked up by Selvin and Trong. Yeah, uncontested. Well done. I'll come back. So 10-3, Casablancos steps wide. Now he's got a problem. He goes high and can't complete it. And once again,
there, Moz, is part of the difference between Funskee and Meraki. That was some hard D. Made every throw a pressure throw.
Yep.
They couldn't complete from 1 yard out.
And Meraki weren't clearing out their cuts. They were cutting in and then kind of jogging out and enabling the Funskee guys to just sit there.
Just a harder work ethic, I think.
Yeah. Ladamatos coming up. He'll be marked by Trong. Looks like a primary kind of look.
Kind of a poachy, I think. First, they poached across Meraki.
Oh, Mikey had a bid. Just couldn't get his hands in the right spot. Moves across with Amy Chang now. Amy Chang gets it to Xavier Black. Vlado gets up the line just on Trong, who gave good chase. Then sits a pie. Drew Birchall underneath it. Drew will deal with it. Bar advisor doing well to keep the disc within reach of Carlos Casablancos. Sabrina Morrow deepest, and now we've got, so Sabrina goes. Carlos looking. We've got 2 dumps back. Carlos goes wide on the flick and then throws the backhand, and James Osmond's going to try and track it down, but I don't think he'll be able to.
The long cut opened up the middle of the field, and he had a few 2 under options then, I think, Moz, which he decided to throw over the top of.
Yeah.
Still, they got their position, which is probably what they
got
after.
their position, and it looks like the Funskee team will line up in. I think they're just doing a vert with playing their primary already
I think
out.
Lado's supposed to be isolated, but no, they're just spreading
He's
out.
not doing much, yeah.
No.
Casablancos has a look. So it goes. Gets it again to Chang. Amy Chang moves it to Lado. Lado. Trong going straight up on him. SI Selvin shuts off the upper line cut. They move it. Oh.
He's gone.
And this one is a big one. Oh, and it's dropped. Just flat dropped, and it was going to come back anyway on a travel. And Drew Birchall goes, and she takes a leaf out of the Mark Evans book and sends it. That's an amazing throw. Look at that. Wynn just took it. And I think that's, probably fair enough. She didn't want anything to do with it in that corner.
Tough corner.
It was downfield, but it's on the dead side. It's the side that you don't want.
She didn't have a mark on, so take it while you can, I reckon.
Yep.
Gus McDonald got up high that time, but
he did.
couldn't quite grab it.
The read is challenging. Michael Chong going a little bit straight up. If he's not, he should be. Looks to come round. It gets a little sideways. And S.I. Sullivan, well done. Again, milks a little bit of territory. Mikey Chong picks up, goes wide. He's in the backhand stance. Doesn't have a count. Receives one now. They're playing 2 out. And Drew Birchall drops. And Laddo's going to punt upfield for territory, as we've heard. That's the new black. Mortimer has it, holds it. Goes back to Laddo. Laddo steps out wide. Back into the flick position. Looks for the small flick and then winds up the big backhand that's going you know where. OB.
Oh, above
that
the
is
trees.
going up and it's going to come back.
Oh.
It's a flying saucer. That disc is not doing anything and it's coming well back. Go, go, go. And you know what? There's a crowd.
Round of applause for the
Dead
crowd.
set has been the highlight. Everyone loves it. Everyone watched a piece of plastic fly 40 metres one way and 60 metres back the other, and that's what they loved. It's been one of Meraki's most effective offensive plans. They've set up Carlos with the hammer over to Aussie, and that it's like they're playing UPA zones. What is it?
AUDL.
AUDL end zones where they've got an extra 5, 10, 30 metres.
I think you're being generous, Moz. I reckon they would be going out the back of those end
I'm
zones
looking
as
for
well.
anything. That was unusual. I'm not sure if we're going to see it. Yeah, we're getting the replay of it now. And the wind obviously causing trouble with our camera as well. And Laddo backing it in like it's a truck. He's saying, come back, come back. Yeah, lovely. One of the more memorable Mixed Nats finals, probably not for the right reasons, Boo Boo.
That's right.
So Mikey Chong, well done. That's a good straight up mark now. He's quick on his feet, legs low. He's going to try and he's stopped and he's managed to make Laddo throw a poor one, but more importantly, it's a short one.
First time they've just about done that, I reckon, for the game.
Oh, that was some very good defense.
Mm-hmm. Was.
And it started on the mark, and now they're going to get a contested stall call. So Laddo.
Retracted.
It's going to be retracted because it was a turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'd probably even just...
Confirmed by Ruben
Yeah,
Berg.
it was.
He just did his hand signals
Oh,
to us then.
almost would chance my hand, go, right, that's okay, I'm going to hold my contested stall. Don't worry about the turn and see if you can get him again. Because clearly, that one's in the middle on the end zone line rather than being in the side of death.
And he had a good mark on.
Yep, he had a good mark and there was nothing going on in the stack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, backhand, can't get off. And Carlos Casablancos is going to have, he looks at Secold. He sees Selvin. Selvin gets free. He's about 8 metres out from the end zone. Goes back to Casablancos. Casablancos, rather than swinging it off, goes low, and Ellie Secold picks it up off her bootlaces.
Great catch.
10-4. 10-4. A bit of cause for celebration, muted celebration.
Laddo's still laughing.
Laddo's enjoyed it. We'll see if we can get a moment with Laddo. I think he's going straight back. He wants some more. They're going to call a timeout. So we'll be joined very briefly by a man responsible, probably the most noteworthy feat outside of Mark Evans' turnovers today. Alex Ladamatos, one of the more unusual throws.
Yeah. I've never seen that happen. Well, actually, no, I have done that once before, but that was for a horrendous throw. That one I thought was okay.
That one actually looked okay. I think everyone thought it was okay. They thought it was out of bounds. Yeah, that went straight up. So we're going to have a look at it. Just have a look on the little, this is our new flat screen because the wind broke our thing. So you threw it. Looked good.
It's good length. Good length to start.
And then
so it was about here I started yelling at Gus to run behind me.
Yeah.
But as is always the case with that kind of thing, no one ever believes you. Like,
yeah.
There we go.
I saw you backing it in as if it was a truck. You were just kind of going, come back. I know it's very challenging conditions, but can I just relay to you that was probably the most exciting part for these good people here. That got the biggest cheer of the game.
A bit of a cheer.
Yeah. So if you want to do it again, if you can find a way to do it again, I'm sure everyone will get around you. On a serious note, you guys having everything you want. It's not the most pretty game of Frisbee, but you are seeing you're seeing the scores on the board. You're leading 10-4. You're kind of daring Meraki to win it with their throws, and currently they're not able to do it.
Yeah, it's a bit it's a bit scrappy, and that's just the way the game's played sometimes.
It's a pretty fair way to put it, Lado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, look, you're 5 points away and 18 minutes away from a gold medal at mixed ultimate championship. So hopefully you can keep it going. We can see some good stuff. If you want to put any long balls out there and we can see some contests, you're more than welcome as well.
No worries. We'll see what we can do.
Flatter the better, please, Lado.
Thanks,
all right.
guys.
Cheers, mate.
Appreciate it.
All right, we're coming out of that timeout. And Tom Regaki is on the field. It's on 4:15. What time's your flight leave?
Tomorrow.
Oh, you're staying tonight? Yeah. Oh, very nice. What are your plans, Boo?
I'll probably go to a playground, Moz.
Because you have children. I
Because I have
think you've got to explain the whole story to people there, Boo.
Maybe you, but not to everyone.
That's a little bit blue, a little bit off from you, Boo.
Hey, when you
Right,
have kids,
for your
they rule your
kids,
life. and
yes.
You forget that not everyone has kids.
Right, yes.
That's fun.
Right, okay. Well, if anyone has any playground suggestions for Boo Boo, as nefarious as that sounds, please send them through. Conversely, maybe you get some time for dinner away, you put the kids to bed early, you and Liz head out? No?
No, that doesn't happen.
Right, okay. Well, someone sent through some nice restaurant recommendations for Boo Boo not to go to, just to make him a little bit envious. So, in the meantime, we've seen a pool, a roller go out just forward of half. Mark Evans is going to it, and he's looking up, and he's got the big hammer, and it's looking to Braden Chang. But again, Mark, who actually did play, he didn't do ALDL. What was the other one? MLU? MLU? Mark Sharkey.
Did he?
No,
No, he
Sharkey.
did next gen, didn't he?
No, they're all the same. Oh, he did US College and US Nationals. Probably a couple too many tournaments. Do they have refs, do they? I've heard they've got refs. Yeah, just one Frisbee tournament, I reckon it'd be fine. One Frisbee kind of administrative body. MLU, AUDL, College, Nats. MLU's dead, is it? There we go. All right, catch up. Okay, Jules coming on. Nice low mark. Seeing that Jules wants to release low. Goes inside out, leading pass to Tom, who then unloads a big, long backhand.
Right sit.
It's a Lado style backhand.
Oh.
It is going out tragically. Everyone got excited.
Looked good for a while.
It did look good. It did look good, but it's sat there. There's something going on at that level of altitude that just keeps the disc up.
Still good first
Now,
throw by
Mark, so
Sarkar
I
to
don't
get the
know.
gack on this sideline.
So Tommy Bits,
no.
that's good. That's what, well, he's let the backhand out, but that's going too far. Tommy grabs it, Max, to Rob Andrew, gives it a little kick. Tommy can't help but release a wry smile.
Everything is going right for Funskee.
11-4. Tom needed to go at that too because Rob was behind him enough. So Tom Della bid on the flick.
Let the
Yeah.
backhand out.
Tom Regaki needed to bid there, otherwise it was just going to fall into Rob's lap. And then Rob put a little bit more effort in and managed to take it a relatively easy grab. Yeah, Tom just doing a little action replay to himself, telling him where the disc went. Gak, did you get a minute? So we're going to get a minute with Gak. No, so Tom, were you trying to recreate Lado's brilliance there? You saw a nice big high one, catch a bit of air, get a bit of hang time, and you thought you could do better?
I think that, mate, went 80 metres further than Lado's when the end result.
Yeah, the right way.
He's probably went 160 in two directions,
Yeah.
80 each way. Very hard to get it to go far
Yeah,
and to sit.
yeah,
I think both teams have struggled with that a bit, and you put the edge up at all, you're stuffed.
yeah.
But if you
Even
don't want-
downwind, you've seen a lot go out the back as well, both teams.
Well, I think that's unexcusable, to be honest with you. I mean,
Yep.
give you a chance to catch it. It's as bad as tipping it to your opponent like you just saw there. Look, both teams, very obvious tactics, huck and zone,
Yep.
or huck and they want to turn it near their end zone, and they've had a couple land their way, but really what hurt us is those upwinders in the first half, starting from the first point. Not a great way to get off to a start, but we need to try to get an upwinder, Moz, but here
Yep.
you go, Bake. So there's another upwinder
Nice
looking.
work, Tom Della. Oh, good bid.
So again, that's okay. That's probably the strategy. I imagine they call that on the line, Moz.
Yep.
What they'll look to do is probably mark up backhand,
Yep.
which is good if, Friskee's going more straight up,
Yep.
and we're trying to release like that last one. That was to our set play. Released open backhand huck. We just couldn't land it in here.
Well, it was Mikey Trong in this position, just up a little bit on the last point, who actually started the intensity
Correct.
with his mark. That was one of probably your better defensive showings.
Look, he's
And it looks okay here as well. Which, again, there you go.
Correct. That's what we do. So, got to score it in. There's isolated. Oh, I would have picked that up and just gone one-on-one there
Well,
personally.
everybody knows what you would have done. And for yourself personally, you pulled up tender, your ankle sore, you're right?
Yeah, actually against this team last time in a contest of I hurt my ankle. Thanks to M who has lit me an ankle brace and is keeping it together. He'll be fine in a week, Moz, but it's just a bit weak and it just fell over. It's a bit of discomfort, but nothing to complain about. Oh, great grab there by Seb with fantastic hands. I'm going to try to pierce it upwind to him, Moz.
Go on you, Tom. Thank you. Sorry, what was that, Mike? Oh, well, hold on. I'm going to go check my chair. I'll come back.
Well, we've had a little bit of an accident. Moz's chair's flown off down the hill, almost onto the field. Still very windy here. That was a good chat you had there, Moz.
Yeah, before I was just temporarily relieved of my chair.
Always gone for a chat, Tom Meraki, isn't he?
Oh, you can talk. Talk underwater.
Nice catch for the goal there by
Was good. But again, you know,
by Trong. Yeah.
there are positives to take in that, and again, I think Trong's mark set some intensity. But Meraki's end zone offense, like it's always chaotic.
Yeah.
So
at least they didn't just pop it up that time. They tried to aim for someone.
well, as Tommy said, he's kind of he's positive in a lot of ways, but one thing he's not positive about is if it's going out the back of the end zone. And
Yeah,
he
that's
says as he rightly says, that's
It's a waste.
somewhat inexcusable. And the advisors on the spot with the offsides are going to have a look. All good. And rolls out just past halfway. So what are we at, 11.5 now? Yes, 11.5.
You can tell it's windy when the rollers don't even make it past halfway. Huh?
Yeah. And again, that's from a bloke who's pulled some absolute humdinger in his time. Well, we're having a look now at a deep shot. Don't tell me. Oh, didn't bid. So we're opening up the community forum, we'll call it. Has there been a windier tournament than this? Now it's pretty hard because most of the people watching aren't actually here, but maybe just send through to the Ulti crew. What's the windiest tournament you've ever seen? As we watch a grab almost from Drew Birchall, sorry. Had to grab it, but had to contend with the sun in her eyes as well as the dying disc in the wind.
I can remember a tournament in Lennox Head back in the day, Moz, where
Where's Lennox Head?
Lennox Head is up near Byron Bay.
Yep.
And pretty much you could not throw upwind.
Yep.
That was the windiest tournament. Also, it was fairly young, so couldn't throw upwind.
Probably,
Couldn't throw downwind.
Oh,
got up.
Rob Andrew didn't even bother there. He went, maybe. I know I'll probably get another one in a point's time. Tommy
There we go.
to Kerry. Kerry, nice big travel. Gets Tom Della. Tom winds up the backhand, the flick. Decides to instead dish it back to Tom Regaki. And Tom 360 around but doesn't want it. Goes instead to Drew Birchall. And you'd love to see an upwinder. Tom Della working hard. Drew then puts one up. Oh, and between Tom and Kerry Kerry Justice, now back to Tom. And Tom goes with a flat one. Here we go. Tommy Della. Oh, the big double cobra. The double. Jumps up and about. He's happy with the stat. Oh, he would be one of the biggest celebrators on the scene these days, I reckon.
Oh, it's good to be young and keen, isn't it?
Oh, I remember a tournament in Wellington. So not an Australian one, but one in New Zealand.
Oh, that was windy. I was there, wasn't I? I think.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
And that was cold.
It was.
And
Didn't
it was sideways. It was raining
rain as well, right?
Yep.
Cold rain, yeah.
Yep, and it was raining sideways, and that was the coldest and most miserable I've ever
playing
been.
the team from Christchurch, and they looked like this is an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah.
I had that New Zealand mixed out to 2015, now semi-final, one up in the score. That was the game.
We've got another call for another New Zealand tournament, so 2-1, New Zealand Australia for windy tournaments.
Mike, I'll relay to the fans. What's your most windiest tournament? Right, so Mike's going with Wellington as well. So And it was a reasonably large tent to take off, and no one batted an eyelid. They just went, okay. The tent's gone again.
Yeah.
Actually, Boo Boo.
Oh, the Southern Regionals.
Southern Regionals, yeah. I told that story about you. I told them that you could suffer in your jocks because you were the one that, was it your car that it went through?
My car, the tent rolled across about 10 cars. One of them was mine.
Yours.
Dropped mine off at the high centre. They didn't see it, so I was fine.
Oh, you got away?
Yeah, I got away with it, yeah.
Because you didn't get insurance, did you?
No, I had the, $4,500 excess or whatever it is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Achachi, I believe, got stunned.
He copped it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Look, I think out of anyone, Chachi could probably finance it.
Maybe.
Word on the street is he's doing well, old Charch.
It was a good. The wind was aiming well that day. It just rolled across the bonnets of 10 cars. That tent.
Yeah, don't worry about us plebs. Go straight to the 1%, man. All right, so ladder Martos. So there was an upwinder. Nice chance for yep.
One risky throw. Well caught by Kerry Justice.
And we've lost a feed here, but we'll play on. And Mark the Shark jacks it, and it's got to be caught. It is eventually caught.
Well done by Osman. Heads up. Ladamars picks up after the Evans block.
Oh, double helix.
Tries a scuba, very ambitious. Drops down right at midfield.
Mikey Trong to Yumi. Over. Now this is some better flow. Curly just needs a bit of composure, gets it back to Casablancos. Casablancos goes for the wide break backhand, can't get it. Points to where he wants to. Sekold comes to the front of the stack. Sorry, Kath Matthews to the front of the stack. And then Curly bids, can't come up with it. But better signs there from Meraki.
There's the replay. Good bid. Ooh.
Just hand over the top of it, in fact. So, Sharky. Mark Evans coming up. Looks the big backhand. Goes the big backhand. Osmond and Andrew. Osmond gets in front. Scraps picked up. We're a Punda style by Casablancos. Oh, Mikey Trong again with the worm burner. And Evans on it, but Curly right with him. Curly sticks the foot out, doesn't get it, but does enough to force it well wide. Well done, Curly. It starts with the mark. Coaching advice now coming from the sideline around what to do. Casablancos has Yumi Sato all free. Goes to Hito, does the right thing, and it's on it.
Oh, what a break.
To Curly, another break, and that's better. Shooting from the high side to Aussie. Lado slips, recovers, and the sideline beats them both. Oh, sorry, out the back beats them both.
So two good lateral throws though, Moz.
Yep.
Yumi had no hesitation, did she?
No.
Yep.
That was good, and it was a good grab as well, because this disc is bobbling. It's doing a lot. (11-6). This time, Ladamatos bringing it up. They're giving a gap in that cup, so then again with the double helix, going to send a lot of people to it. Nice to see the Mosquito Brigade in Casablancos and Trong mixing it with the like of Rob Andrews. Casablancos through the arms of Sekold.
I think Casablancos needs to work a bit harder on his backhand break.
He looks at it,
but he's got to get it off.
Yep.
Gets that one off, opens up.
Now, if they look at this hammer again, I mean, actually, you know what? Power to it, and then goes up. Another pie, so here we go. It's going to drop short.
Oh.
Goes over Rob Andrew. He looks a little foolish. And then Casablancos. He's got Trong poached right here, but Trong's not calling for it. And unfortunately, there's a turn, and it's as far up as it's been. Just past halfway for Frisky. So I wonder now if the equation stays the same. So is it still punt and hope, or is this close enough to warrant playing some proper offense?
The odds are different considering that Mark Evans is picking up at this, Moz. It's
yeah, fair point.
I imagine
that
Mark Wee sitting back there in the end zone might be getting it soon.
Mark looks under.
Shortest pass he's thrown in his career, just about.
Through the cup, slices it through the cup, all expecting a huck. Moves it back to Laddo. Laddo pumps the hammer. Then throws the floaty lefty backhand that just lands in. Curley going to mark him now. Sharky, that's not a great throw.
You won't be doing that again.
Oh God, I'll knock that one up. But go to
Come on,
Aussie, comes under, good under. He's just been cut off by the rest of his players. Aussie doing the hard work to go along and then stream under. Andrews didn't want to go with him because he wanted to protect deep. But now, Kath Matthews, almost got past the Funskee player there in Wee. Meraki sideline trying to keep the spirits up.
Here we go.
There
You
we
need
go.
someone taller in front of Mark
the
there.
point.
They got the shortest player, is it? It's Sano.
Sano, yeah.
In front of Mark Evans.
And this one might be coming over to the home sideline. Aussie and Laddo. Laddo grabs it, and now there's no deep. Laddo decides to hold. He goes to call. Aussie gets a touch on it, and that actually helps it along the way. Meraki cannot catch a break. Now it's Rob Andrew. Pop comes in from Mark, not on it. To Wee. Sano staying near Mark Evans, but it's opening up a hole in that cup in the middle. Goes to Mark now. Sano drops off, sags off back into the middle. And Mark Evans again with another turn. You can forgive him for the long ones, but you can't forgive the short ones. So. All right. Curley going well deep. And being stuck to him. Rob, he grabs this one. It's good. He needed to make sure of it, but he's grabbed it, and his team are all out of position. So he calls the timeout, one of the more clever timeouts, to the absolute disgust of the crowd.
A few beers, a few G's.
Yeah. You know what? If they're playing a drinking game where they drink on every turn, they'll be lit. Absolutely lit. So here's the replay.
Oh, yeah.
Rob, yep.
Yeah, complete misread.
Yeah, just missed that one. And we have a time cap. So we're going to finish this point and then play that out.
Probably had another 25 minutes to go, so then.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll still probably see 90 minutes. So then Marks.
This is when that Laddo cleans up, is that right? Oh, well read by Laddo. Look at that.
Laddo saw exactly where it was going.
Yeah.
Aussie saw he had work to do. Well done by Laddo.
Good catch.
And had a player coming in head first at him.
Yeah.
Seagulls all around. They'll have a great time once the crowd clears out. There's a few chippies and things around. I think the Hobart Airport Bar will cop a good service tonight.
Hopefully no one's flying Tiger, Moss.
No, well.
They'll be stuck in Hobart.
You don't buy a Tiger ticket, you buy a chance to get on a Tiger flight. It's a raffle. So, remind me of the score. 11-6. We'll add one. Play to that. Sorry, after this point.
Add one.
That only took me 10 years to understand, baby. Just the penny just dropped. Well, Mike doesn't think we'll ever leave. Tend to agree with that. My flight leaves at 6 o'clock, mate. So I'll be gone by then.
Thankfully,
Mike's offered to take on commentating duties for the night portion of this match.
Thankfully, it's only a 5-minute drive to Hobart Airport.
Is it?
Oh, a bit longer, but not much.
Lovely thing about Hobart.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Canberra as well, I imagine.
There you go. A lot of similarities.
10 metres
Canberra
away.
and Hobart. Here we go.
All right. Rob Andrew with the disc. What's going on backfield? Gets it to Marky. Marky the Sharky, and he has two to deal with. Two big boys.
Oh.
Aussie does enough. Mikey Trong. High release flick to Ellie Seckhold. Seckhold into Yumi Samo. Back to Mikey Trong. Working it well with the short passes.
Nice.
Then the low backhand across. Kat Matthews, but Sharky's going to wreck the party. That was some of the nicest flow. And then Curley comes straight into him, charges him. Goes, I dare to huck it into me. And now Rob Andrew and Aussie. Trongy doing well, playing big, but he has no one. And Casablancos has to work harder getting over on that break side. Oh, Aussie bobbles it, catches it. Trong goes up the line, he smashes it, and then throws the flick to Samo. Sano Out the back. It's another one.
Wind's just lulled, Moss.
The wind has lulled. Would have liked that probably start of the game. At the least.
Got a bit of fast movement by Meraki then.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Credit to Mikey Trong.
Mm-hmm.
Got a
Threw
few
a nice,
things going.
nice break throw as well over this side to Curly.
Yep.
Yeah. Curly, nice throw to Kath Matthews. Mark Evans just a bit too fast.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Mark saying something.
Stalls on one.
Coming in on one. Now, no one over here near Laddo, so there's a hammer with probably 3 frisky options, but now Osman comes in, bottom of screen. And now he goes the hammer that, in a game of bad throws, that would be the worst one. And that's saying a lot.
We have a new leader.
Yeah. Sharky just shaking his arms going, yeah, don't really know what I was... Yeah, Rob Andrew knew what he wanted, so just hammer it, bro. He goes, all right, sweet, I'll do it that way.
Not the hardest cut by Rob.
No. So, let's see if Casablancos... Kath Matthews charges the cone, not honoured. Aussie's sitting right out here. Casablancos tries to go upstairs. Mark blocks it. And goes and fakes and goes again. Oh, almost completed. That one came in with heat to Ruiz. .4:35 Eastern Standard Time. Just keeping one eye on the clock, Boo Boo.
You got any check-in, Moss?
No, I've checked in already.
Lucky.
Yeah, I saw the first 3 points. So the wide leading pass, can't complete. I think that's Seckold it is.
Andrew's turn.
Andrews, he's going to have a crack, and that might come into Laddo Town. Actually, it's coming back. Laddo, good read. Well done once again. This time, Casablancos. But it's now coming into down to Reeds as it is to Height. Casablancos is giving a bit of air to one. Aussie, he had Mikey Trong behind him as safety, but he had every right to try and do it. 2 get in the way of Mikey,
Out of bounds.
of Mark Evans, but this one's out of bounds. Most aggressive field position of the point. That's going to be coming in from the back cone. Rob Andrews standing deep. Carlos. Nobody is moving. Aussie inside. Instead goes out, and a really nice throw to Ellie Seckold. Ellie looking to Kath. Kath, now there's some nice flow, but they are still cramming it down that sideline, Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Stolen by Laddo. So here they go. Can they get him in transition? It's a quick break.
That's the point.
There is the point. Oh, well done, Mikey Trong. Stick on him, yes. Well done, Mikey. And then
Mark Wee.
Wee's going to have a crack. That's not a bad sit for Rob Andrew.
Oh,
gets up
gee,
early,
that's
gets
some
up high.
Bit of hang time by Rob there.
Would have given the people something to enjoy. So now Kath Matthews calling the horror. What do you reckon about this horror call, Boo Boo?
Depends on if they're actually going to try and cut
Move
this
it,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. No good call.
Offences, I generally find are made easier when you do you do cut.
Doesn't matter what you call if you're just not cutting much.
Yeah. So we've heard that there's a dust storm which makes for challenging conditions when we ask the question, most challenging conditions you played in. As we watch Aussie unable to reel in a sidearm from Casablancos. Evans goes with the wide flick. Casablancos gets up in front of Vladimiros. Maybe say those names 3 times in a row. So Casablancos winds up the wide backhand. Now will it come back in? It will. And then you know what? Aussie might get Aussie ran underneath it. They get it to the high side. They put it out wide and Aussie runs underneath it.
A throw went over my head, I think.
It went almost clipped the tower. And just like, did he even bring it up?
No, he didn't.
Rob didn't even bring it up. And Aussie's going to get in. And believe it or not, it hits the ground. And Meraki had decided that
a little bit of loving in the middle.
It's not hard enough. They're going to run into each other. There's going to be a An injury?
Yep.
So,
No one wants to
did
come
you
right.
see? No. Tom Della tried to walk on, took 2 steps to the field. Mike, I don't know if you get this, but if you can replay that shot, Tom Della comes on the field and he sees Tom Meraki and he goes, okay, actually probably best you take it, Meraki. So that was Aussie's Paul Reed there. Well done, Rob Andrews, sucking him in. Just tapped in. Tom walks too.
Another headwear for Tom. New headwear.
Yes. It's like I'm seeing the summer collection. Tom, this time with a flick.
Oh.
That's pretty good, but again, just past Aussie. I'm not sure if we'll get another look. I don't know what the injury was. They looked like a bit of friendly fire. I think Tron collected Casablancos. But yes, Tom Della thought he was the man to come on, and Gak said, mate, if you're going to play Chile, you're going to get used to me coming on in the injury subs, mate. You take a seat. Yep. Yeah, so there was the friendly fire. We'll catch up a little bit later.
Back live.
Latimer toss, chooses to pump it over to Rob Andrew. Andrew looking upstairs. There's a lot of space on this close wing here. Weed going. Latimer toss. And now, a little bit of bump. It was okay. Both players pulled out. And lo and behold, they are running the disc. They're running it. They've suckered Meraki into thinking that it's just going to be a put. Overhead, big swinging overhead scuba.
Yeah, wins.
Wind's dead, wind's gone. It's ended. Meraki can't believe it. There is no wind. Sharky wants Laddo to get in. And Rob Andrews steals it away from Ellie Seckold to get the upwinder, but strictly speaking, the wind did nothing.
Well done by Andrew Ladamaros and Evans. They basically did that themselves, didn't they? Then.
Yeah, Alex Ladamaros did well too.
Yep.
Yeah, you were right, Boo Boo. The wind just went.
No, it's back.
And now that Meraki are on offense, it's decided to come back. So Meraki are going to win a gold medal at Australian Mixed Ultimate Championships. They'll do it on defense after this point. They'll play O this point, then the rest it'll be D. So let's have a look at this sub. So you see Carlos coming off. Bit sore. Now Della is number 2. You see Tom walk up. Here's number 1. He's come on. And Tommy's going, yeah, no, I'll come on. No, no. Yep. And then the clap goes, yeah, I was just coming up to support the sideline. Tommy sitting well back and said, yep, no, this is my time. Game point, Frisky.
Oh, where's the game advisors?
12-6, game to 13.
So Ruben's forgot to do the dab. Oh, he did already, did he? Okay, missed it. It's a shame.
Ruben dabbed. To get up pretty early if we want to catch Rubenberg out of this caper, I reckon.
Yeah. I was excited. I thought I had.
Yeah,
but,
no, look, we'll get him.
Yep.
No offside, clean pull. Tom grabs it, nice grab. Stops the 4 to Jules. Jules to Chew. Chew Birchall, no mark on. Wind quite low again. Moves it into Morrow. Sabrina Morrow to Gak. Gak sees Aussie. Aussie goes. And it won't reach him. No, it's Braden Cheng. Cuts it off. And Laddo has it. Casablancos marking him. And it gets moved. And now it's
Gus McDonald.
Hits Jonas. Jonas goes to Xavier Black. Xavier Black getting marked by Gak. Xavier Black goes, throws into the end zone. This will be the goal. This will be the game. No. Lado Matos comes up empty. Rigaki going to the disc.
Calling a few names we haven't called much during the game.
Yeah, spot on. Yep.
Yes.
Frisky giving their whole roster an opportunity to share the disc around.
Yep.
It would have been borderline the first touch for a few of them.
I would think so.
And Tom's done it. He's taken everyone by surprise. The old man.
There's a violation called.
No. What's going on? This is tragic. Hold on. It's going to be a cut, and then here we go.
Oh.
Tom Della. Look at Tom Della. He's gone bananas. And they're talking back here. None of it's going to count. You've just broken Tom Della's heart. Now, they're going to have a chat. So does he have to bring it up?
I don't know. Oh, he doesn't have to, but did he start to bring it up and then huck it? Maybe you got a replay on that one.
So they're going to call.
He
it
might have taken
okay.
a few. He might have walked a few up and then.
No, surely not. He would know. Oh, if it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds and then he played it from inbounds.
Okay,
yes. That's a shame. That's a shame. Now, they might not have got the goal because a lot of Funskee did stop, but they certainly had nice flow up here.
It was very nice, unmarked flow there, was.
Well, it's good to know they can do it. It's good to know that Meraki are okay and it's Friskee's pressure that's getting the
That's exactly
turns.
Right. Yeah, good positive call, Moss.
Thank you, Boo Boo. All right, so they're setting up quite a tight vert stack. What's going to happen, Boo Boo? Tom going downtown.
He'll try one of those flicks that makes it about halfway again.
Yes, very nice. Tommy Della
Oh.
gets Braden Cheng. Well done, Braden.
On the halfway line, you'll notice.
Yep. Cheng throws, leading pass, doesn't get there. So, nice chance because it's up on the high side.
Yep.
Come on, Gak, get downtown.
Oh.
Hits Jew, really
Jew's
nice
chance.
gainer to Jew. She doesn't want it. Tom's sitting in the worst place you could ever put a dump. Looks to Laura, bobbles out of her hand. Tom does have throwers to throw it to him, and he's not short.
Well, they did it once, and he caught it pretty easily.
Got the goal. So, all right, injury through contact, so the players stayed on. Lado goes the hammer to the outcut. Nowhere close. I'll say this, Boo Boo.
What are you going to say?
I hope World Clubs isn't windy.
Are you heading over there?
I'll give it a crack.
Okay.
See.
Cincinnati or Winnipeg?
Thank you, Boo Boo. Winnipeg. Sorry, Cincinnati. You're smart ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not do the Masters?
No, I don't qualify for Masters yet. I think I will next time, which is incredibly scary. All right, Gak bringing it up, middle of the field, so it's a good crack. He then goes the scuba. He hasn't had luck with the scuba today, but it connects on that occasion. Looks to Carlos, back now to Jules. Jules with the pump fake. The wind's died down again, so the long ones are on. I don't know where Tom is. There he is. He's around the disc where he shouldn't be. Tom grabs.
No one going long.
Black on him. He goes into Drew Birchall, being one of the probably the best on for Meraki's females. Lado telling the stack to go right, which means he's going to probably throw left. He does. Tom Della gets up, gives it the old volleyball spike, and he should keep going if Tom Rigaki. Instead, he's just bloody celebrating. Oh. So now he can go and get it.
Going to get it, though.
Oh, and Tom's thinking about one, decides not to.
Good call.
Yeah, look, he was going up.
Yeah, Braden Cheng was just holding his position.
Right, Cheng unmarked. Lado doesn't give a stuff. He's looking one way, and that's end zone. Goes there. Tom Rigaki looks.
Oh.
That would have been the tournament. Xavier Black puts it down, trying to toe the line. Quite a few people checking their watches now. Maybe a few activating the online check-in feature.
There's a few people heading to Melbourne at 6 o'clock to you, Moss.
Yep. Yep. All right, Drew Birchall's gone. Will she be on it? No. Instead, punch to Jules. It's okay. Cheng poached off, but Tom couldn't get free. Now, Casablancos. That's a challenge, but Tom's going to get back. Tom grabs it, and now we've got a foot race. Here we go. We're going to see Cheng versus Della. Della gets the sit, gets inside. Cheng bids. Della cops a little bit of action, but he's okay. He's going to stand. He's going to throw. And where is Rigaki? He's with the disc. Tom Della gets the low one. Composure is key. Tom gets it back. Della goes to the cone. Cheng didn't go with him. Cheng was spent. Cheng was slack. Tom gives it a good old fist bump. Gets around, gets the high 10. Look at me go. A lot of celebration.
12-7.
12-7, all right. Do I want to see a close game or do I want to go back to Melbourne tonight? We all know the answer, but let's go Meraki anyway. So
Wind did drop a bit at that point.
it did, and as we just watched Tom Della take off, do as many Ks on the celebration as he did on the actual point. He's very enthusiastic. Boosh, get out of here. But he had the heads up play. It was pretty slack from Braden Cheng. Gave it back to Tom, and then he went straight away, and Braden didn't expect it. And I can understand why. It hasn't been a cutter's game.
No.
But you've got to follow your opponent.
Maybe they should have employed the quick movement strategy earlier.
So let's assume the wind kicks up. Meraki, I'll just go with
Okay,
you.
I'll go with you.
Becomes 12-8.
I'll let you finish. 12-8, yes.
They need to break again. It goes to 12-9.
Yeah.
They then continue the downwind and it's 12-10. That's close. That's close. And they need 3 upwinders.
Yep.
And then 3 downwinders. They need 6, yeah.
They have found it quite difficult to score downwinders as well.
Yep. Yeah, they need both of them. They found it difficult to score upwinders.
Yeah.
They found it difficult to score, but yeah.
Hence why they're on 7.
All right. Clean pull, no offsides. And Rob stops it. Wind is kicking up a little bit, but it's definitely not what it once was. Meraki prevailing with the 3-3-1 zone. Ladamatos, I think you'll see them work it up here. Ladamatos looks straight back to Mark Evans. Mark, count getting a little high, and he's looked back he throws to his dump. I didn't know he knew what a dump was. Now looks.
None of his favoured receivers in the middle of the field there, Moz.
No, well, they're all standing within about 3 metres of him. Lado, and there's some kind of call. Some kind of call on the field. It might be a double team call, righto.
Some of the crowd's trying to get involved in the commentary here, Moz.
Well, they can get involved all they want, they're not getting the mic. A couple of seagulls around, one of them named Hudson. All right.
Corn Hudson.
We've got Boo Boo. What do you reckon? You going to see a long one, or are they going to try and work it in?
I'd like to see him try a mid-ranger. I'll give you $20
Just a
if Evans throws a mid-range throw.
All right. So, in the meantime,
Andrews might.
Bobo. Nice, big, few style points on his backhand. Brings it out wide, nice flow. And the crowd go nuts because they've thrown it to a female.
Yeah.
Ruiz. It went to someone not named Ladamatos, Evans or Andrews. Goes to Mark. Mark to Rob. Wind now, kicking up. Rob looks at the backhand. To Mark Evans. The cup's lost shape, but not a lot of... There's no popping.
No one going in the cup, so it doesn't
really
matter.
There's no popping, yeah. Mark, that's a big fat travel. No one takes any heed. They're just traveling, they're catching it and then jumping. Rob Andrew. I'm predicting a very anticlimactic end if they keep going this way. Mark Evans looks, throws around, and that's the game. That is Kirsten Mortimer, I'm pretty sure. With the grab, and that's the game. Well, it was a game, we can say that.
I'll put my $20 back in my pocket,
yeah, you can have that $20. Well, it was a game. That's about as much as you could say. Credit to Funskee.
Yeah.
It's not just one game. Obviously that game's pretty different.
Yep.
But takes a tournament of wins. So they would have had good form all through. They beat some good teams to actually make it into this position. So it would be unfair to judge them just on this game, because if you did, you'd go.
That's right. Well, saying that, was they did have the best strategy to win. So
yep.
They had a bit extra luck probably as well, but you make your own luck.
You do, and they threw down the gauntlet to Meraki to say, okay, well, this is the offense we're going to play. Can your defense beat it, and vice versa? And they couldn't.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Boo Boo. Well, thank you very much. Thank you to the Alti TV guys for putting together another stellar production. Jack Lilwall, Mike Palmer, Fausto. Just Fausto. He's just like Cher. Bono. Thank you also to Rex. I think you chipped in for the final, did you? At least found your way into the tent for some free food. He was holding the tent down. Thank you very much, as always, to the volunteers. The game wouldn't happen without them. I'm not sure who the tournament director was. Mike, do you know? Who was it? Peter Morendi. Special shout out to Pete. And then the standard stalwarts you see, Anna Haynes. Woody was down here. Didn't see Potsy. Well, the only reason I've still got the microphone. Didn't see Potts, but yeah, thank you very much to all the volunteers that came down. Excellent tournament, and we'll see you again next year. Thanks, Boomo.
Yeah, that's each other.
I feel paralyzed. Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body goes numb, feels like someone cut my tongue. I didn't know my heart could die this young. Oh, now when I look in your eyes, I feel paralyzed.
Alti.tv